Hello, everybody. If anybody is in the chat yet, I apologize. I can't quite see you yet because I'm an idiot who can never remember to do basic preparations before I turn on my streaming thing. Also, I just whacked my ankle into my bed frame because I'm smart. Alright, let's see here. Okay. Updates channel. Also, I should probably tweet that I'm live. Actually make an effort to build my viewership like some kind of fucking person who wants people to watch their stuff. Hopefully I'm audible. Hello, Go-Go. Can you... well, not Cam. Can you guys hear me okay? You can hear me good. Okay, okay. It might be like I've been kind of trying to work out this streaming setup for a while. I think at some point I might just need to get my my mic that guys bought me out of storage and start using that one instead. For whatever reason, this snowball mic that CC has just does not seem to like me. Do you guys know that if you are childless and old, your family members may demand your titles? I've actually never had that happen in a game. I'm not sure if that mechanic exists anymore. I don't know if they got rid of it or if like I'm just lucky, unlucky. I don't know. But yeah, we're gonna continue our like almost comically boring game as Engomar II of Bretagne, as I try Oh, independent. Oh right, the Duchess of Cornwall. I forgot about this whole mess up here. Do I have a plot going to kill her? No, I don't, because it would be like statistically impossible. Do I have my spy master here? No, I don't, because I'm a fool. Simon Guelph. Why is one of the Guelphs in my court? I've completely forgotten what I was doing in this game. Improving relations in Nantes. No, you go here. This needs to be our first priority. Preventing this chick from rebelling. Also, a hello to Zursk, who said that they would be by after they get some food. I don't know if they're here yet or not, but it's the thought that counts, right? So what I want to do, essentially, who is our heir? Herbert, our, like, decent brother. Okay. And we have elective monarchy, right? Yes, that's, like, a good thing that we have going for us. Because we are elective and we control the only de jure duchy in the kingdom, we can basically just appoint an heir. We could even make it somebody... Oh, I guess we can't make it somebody we're not related to. I was going to do that to just, like, prove a point, but I guess you actually can't do that. Fair enough. Is Cornwall, Wales, and Normandy a single chunk? So no. Cornwall, this part here, is owned by us. We are the king of Bretagne, which is this down here. Normandy is here, and Wales is owned by, King Maynard of de Hubers. Is there anybody with claims on these titles that we could invite to our court? There is. Come. Um, does a weak or a strong claim? It is weak and it will die with her. We might not be able to do anything with that, but maybe we can engineer it that we can take over the Hoobers. Hello, Katla. Valid. I thought corn was found in America. I don't know what the etymology of Cornwall is. I know it doesn't have anything to do with actual corn. My guess is that it is an Anglicanized spelling of a Breton word. Bretons being the people who used to live here and, like, here. I think it's a Gaelic language of, like, the same general family as the not Scottish, Irish language, but I'm not 100% sure. You would have to ask a linguist. Somebody wants to look that up, by the way. Feel free. Pictish people used to live in what is now Scotland. I don't know if Picts became Scots or if they were driven out by the Scots. That is something I am not entirely sure. But yeah, the British Isles are a mess right now. We got Ireland doing its usual thing of being cut up into about 1,000 different little kingdoms. We got Jorvik, who have recently Christianized. We got Mercia and Wessex, as far as surviving Anglo-Saxon kingdoms go. And then up here, we got Sudreyar, which is another Viking state. And we got Albany. And then we have just, like, Norway here and here. So, it's a bit of time. Breton and Pictish are in the Gaelic family, slightly separate from Welsh, Scottish, Gaelic, and Irish Gaelic and Manx. As languages, at least. Hello, King Svein? No, Svein, actually, wait, is there somebody named King Svein? Maybe? But, Svein Forkbeard, I think, lived in the 1000s, which means that he doesn't exist in this timeline. In a very indirect way, we have murdered him. I'm gonna invite this Magni fellow to our court. Basically what I'm gonna try to do, and I kind of painted myself into a corner with flipping to Catholic so early, and we've kind of gotten a game now where it's very difficult for me to expand in any meaningful way. But what I'm going to try to do is get some claimants in our court and hook them up with just small little baronies or something, and then push their claims, which will make them our vassal after they take it over. There's a couple problems with this. For one, we don't really have any free baron level titles that we can just give out. We do have one county here in Rennes, but I'm kind of loath to give it up. The other problem is that it's just kind of a finicky thing in general, because most of these people only have weak claims, which you can only press if the ruler is a woman or if they are a child. Or I think if they don't have an heir. I think that's like the other situation. We should be looking down here too. Italy's pretty weak right now, so we could probably attack more 10 if we could just find somebody. Request. Oh, I forgot you could request title claims from the Pope. It never works, but you can technically do it. Accidentally deleted can you. Cornwall comes from Cornovi, which means peninsula people. Well, there you go. It is a peninsula, isn't it? I've never really thought of it that way, but it is. Which means that our kingdom right now consists of 2 peninsulas that are almost but not quite touching. What that means, I will leave up to you. We should be looking for county claims too, honestly. Fight this Aethelred fellow to court. Also, this is a decent way to get, like, courtiers with good stats. I have a claim on Gloucester? When did that happen? I must have fabricated one at some point. Can we attack this guy? Yes. Allies on the enemy side, the Count of Anhalt? I don't really care about that. Are we in a good position to do that right now? We got, like, 1,800 troops. He's got about 1,000. The only reason I'm wary is because we got this fucking independence faction with Duchess Asa. What really kills me is that she's past the age that the game will let her have children, and she's not married. So once she dies, this is the title's just gonna go back to us anyway. But I don't know if that'll still be true if she manages to become independent. The Celto-Romans. Why did she just post a popcorn emoji? I don't understand. Corner first of the Cornovi, which is a tribe of Britons that moved down south of France. Wall, funnily enough, doesn't come from wall, as in the thing that separates rooms from kingdoms, but means foreigner or Roman. Interesting. Make her independent just so you can beat her up. No, I'm not going to do that. Also, I will say, all else aside, this is a really cool character portrait. I'm not sure what ethnicity set is using for this face. It might be the Norse one. But, like, she's got, like, an eye patch and this weird, like, sort of culturally indeterminate headdress and then a gold band on her head. I actually quite like her as a character, but as a subject, you know. We can't be having all these rebellious thoughts. It's just not... Wait, what? I don't have any vassal levels raised. 1 week claim can be pressed. Claim Kanakta for an unlanded courtier I have, who is dying of cancer despite being a child. Well, that's just depressing. Oh, it's one of the people I invited. It's one of Magni's kids. Interesting. Interesting. Let's see if I can pull this off anyway. I want to try a trick. Yeah, invite to plot. No, they all like her too much. Okay. Never mind. I'm gonna unpause the game now so things can actually get moving a little bit here. We'll see where things go. How many troops does she have? Almost as many as we do, which is scary because we have no money. Do we have a loan taken out? We do, which means we can't take out another one. Kettle the Evil has formed an alliance with Garrod of Nantes. Okay. I think that's fine. Although it does worry me slightly that my vassals are allying with each other. Oh, this guy's a cannibal. No wonder they call him Kettle the Evil. He cooks you in a kettle the evil. I'm not very smart, so the only thing I can follow is corn. Oh, don't say that. Ingmar Steining is now known as the Lame. I'm pretty sure that's because my character only has one leg, but still. Game. You kill me. Special minor titles. Oh, we should get some commanderships here. Especially since we have some decent people. Wait, why do I have a Catalan man as my vassal? I'm sure there's an explanation for this, but I have no idea what it might have been. Does anybody here last week remember where this guy came from? Wound da Mallorca? Why does my character not have a cool eye patch? Sometimes it gives you this eye bandage instead. I hope they know Falcon Lead. I don't know what this one means. Like, what is Falcon Lead and why does it give you one intrigue? We already have charitable, so I'll take it though. I really want to attack Wessex. But I don't know if it's a good idea. You know what? I'm just gonna save, and then if it goes to shit, I'll reload. I've been sitting on my royal duff for too long. Claim Gloucester. I used to know somebody from Actually, they were from Gloucestershire, which I don't know if that's actually near Gloucester. You know how England is with place names. Why can't I do the control thing to select only the ships? There we go. It's Alt, not Control. That's why. For some reason, it only works with the left Alt key on this keyboard. Fuck up Wessex, they don't have the cool accent. That's why I'm gonna do it. No other reason. And since this is a personal claim, what we're gonna be able to do here is we're gonna be able to give Gloucester to a vassal. Or to someone and make them our vassal. And from there, we can press their claims. And we can hopefully start expanding a little bit more quickly. This is going to have the side effect of making our vassal base very cosmopolitan, which is not actually a good thing in this game. Blessings upon you and your house. We request that you honor your obligation and answer this call to arms against Sultan Man of the Umayyad Sultanate. Yeah. I'll do that, but, like, I'm not going to be down there for a while, so, like, good luck. Hello. Hold on, your name is yellow, so I can't actually read it. Hello, bird. Smug bird. Gloucester is the central city of Gloucestershire. Okay. Yeah, I knew a fellow named Tachyon from there. They are a nice person. I haven't talked to them in a while. I wonder how they're doing nowadays. Duchy of Anjou. Huh. Maybe we will give Gloucester to Simon and then press his claim on Anjou, since I think that's what the fuck is going on down here? Oh, okay. I had it on like the direct vassals map mode. That's what happened. Okay. Actually, yeah, where is Anjou? I thought... Oh, wrong button. Yeah, it's this right here. Oh, we'd only get one county out of that. I don't know. I'll think about that. I want to get, like, you know, multiple counties. A daughter was born to Sechak of Ashar and Prince Karima, the Umayyad Sultanate, named Belit. Cool. Sachak, I remember. He is our Jewish chancellor, who we've now... Yeah, right. We've fucked his wife, and now he has 3 kids that he all thinks are his, despite the fact that they are all using the Norse, like, face set. We're a real piece of work. These places sound like generic space city names. Historical person of fame, of Shakespearean fame, Richard III was the Duke of Gloucester. I actually just assumed it was Richard III of England because I've never read that play or seen it performed, which I guess is actually like the normal way that plays are consumed media-wise, but, you know. Prince Elmer of Hungary. Huh. What the fuck? I've never seen this event before. Whenever I talk to women nowadays, I can tell that they are bothered by my missing eye. It has shaken my confidence, and I often feel awkward when interacting with them. However, I have heard of a pioneer who crafts very lifelike prosthetic eyes. Perhaps that is the solution to my problem. Now, like, this is what I would pick if they can't stand my flaws, they don't deserve me, because, like, that's true. I also kind of don't really think that a missing eye is a flaw. It's more like something that happened to you, but whatever. But I'm really curious to see what happens if we get a glass eye. Oh. King Ingimar the Lame gets glass eye, giving the following effects: sex appeal +5. Hell yeah. Oh, it got rid of our bandage. Kind of surprised that it didn't put that in our inventory, which is a thing, sorry, treasury, which is a thing that I have access to, although, because I don't have the Monks and Mystic expansion, not very many events use it. I like Richard III, don't laugh at me. Go, I do not have strong enough opinions on Shakespearean plays to ever even conceive of making fun of you for liking or not liking one. Is Richard III considered bad or something? I'm not familiar with the consensus on Shakespeare's works. Goodness gracious, I need to shave today. That was out of nowhere, I know, but I did like a ponder in real life, and I felt the pointy pricklies on my chin. Definitely a problem that I will solve after the stream. Okay, they've got forces down in our mainland, but they are not very strong, so I'm just gonna drop the troops off at Lyon. Prince Humbert of Bretagne is now of legal age. He became a brilliant strategist. Alright, well, his traits are not amazing, but his stats are pretty good. Why is he a Mirza? Right, because we married the Prince of, or the Princess of Mauritania. I forgot that we did that. Are all of our kids? Yeah, they all are. That's interesting. That's also why Ingimar uses the Arabic tile set for his face, I understand. This character has a face that brings a tear to the eye. That's not very nice. I forgot about Alberico, who's the wife, or the child we had out of wedlock with our Italian mistress. Ingimar has certainly left some kind of mark on history. Just not sure if it's the best kind. I think right now, I still prefer Herbert as an heir, but we'll see where things go. Borgford Aldegi from the Port of Kettle of Cornell. Oh, we have an adventurer. One of our courtiers became an adventurer. Where's he? He's gonna try to take over Valencia. Well, have fun. Do I have a claim on Mauritania? I think that... No, actually, I don't. I'm not sure why. I don't know, it might be, Muslim characters don't pass claims along matrilineal lines. I'm not sure. Or it might just be that, there's some other circumstance that I'm just not thinking of. But that is my best guess as for why we don't have one. Or rather, why Humbert doesn't have one. Humble Humbert. Can we go down and bless the rains? No, we need to be King Toto for that. Okay. Yeah, sure. I would read that to you, but I'm not entirely sure how much the people watching care about the intricacies of my king's sex life, so... Essentially, we broke up with one of our, 8 mistresses. You know. It happens. We lost our spy master. Oh no, that means that Simon died. Rest in peace, Simon. You were a good Simon. Okay. Right, we got this. So now she is no longer going to rebel. That's good. It's very good. Are we almost won yet? Yeah, our war score's at 93. My wife, Queen Aylesworth. Yeah, we will call for our court position. My trusted and devoted Chamberlain just brought to my attention that one of the serving maids has given birth to a child. According to him, my son is the father. Goodness. So there's a couple things we can do here. We can say that's my boy, which is certainly in character. We'll give him the lustful trait. But I think, even though it's like not good, we should definitely do this because it gives him ambitious, which is like a great trait. Yeah. Seriously though, that's my boy. It's hilarious. Ruler. Oh. Our wife died. It's like, it just keeps happening. Actually, we've only had 2, which I guess isn't really that weird for a words, like a person in the Middle Ages. Oh, we hit 100% war score while I wasn't paying attention. Awesome. Alright. So, this county is ours now. And I believe that we do actually, like, own it personally. Yeah. We don't own the bishopric and the city, but that's fine. So, people in my court with claims. Let's see. Yeah. Rhiannon Firkheil. I don't think I can give her land, though. Yeah, like, I can give her son land. That's not going to do anything useful. That's irritating. What about Wessex? New. What about Mercia? Yeah, here we go. Okay, yeah. Invite this Wolfir fellow to court. Then what we can do... I want to wait till our levies have refilled a little bit, but what we can do is we can give him the county we just got, and then we can press his claim on Mercia. I am almost certain that that will make him our vassal after we take that over, and then we will own this weird little, like, kind of looks like an umbrella or like a mushroom sideways looking piece of land. That guy was bald. That's very true. We are in another war, though. Oh yeah, I probably shouldn't have put all my levies down, huh? Actually, he seems to be doing fine without us. I don't know what's going on down here in Andalusia that... Well, apparently the Sultan is a 15-year-old child, so I guess that'll do it. And they are being attacked by adventurers, because I see the fleet for them right here. So that might be why things are not going so well. But since they aren't going so well, and our ally is winning, I'm just not going to bother sending him support. He doesn't really seem to need it. Study technology down in Constantinopolis. Actually, I kind of don't want to risk anything happening to this guy, so maybe we should just do this now. Did he come to court yet? What was his name? I've already completely forgotten. Wolfhere. Yes, Wolfhere of Mercia. Grant landed title, County of Gloucester. Leave. Declare war, claim Mercia. Yes. The chiefdom of Daishmamhain, I think is how that's pronounced. That doesn't really bother me. He's got like 1,300 troops. We've got about 3,000. This should, by all rights, be easy, but you know how that kind of thing goes. Of course, eventually we will plot to remove Wolfhere from his position as the Duke and replace him with a proper Norman lad, but that's a thing we can think about later. Goku posting a Northern Lion emote after Zursk points out that the character is bald. I wish I could rename this guy to Ryan. That would be pretty funny. They're afraid of Mercy, as called Lachlan of Duke. This place into the war, which is fine because we knew he was going to do that. Also, he's married to a princess of Hungary? That's interesting. Rosa Arpad. Oh yeah, I forgot that Hungary's all fucked up in this game. Stop that. They're gonna siege down Gloucester, but that's fine and doesn't really matter very much. Oh, are they going to, they gonna do some stuff over here? Seriously, why do I have a Catalan guy as, like... I guess because of the claim on Anjou, I must have invited him for that reason. We can go after that in a little while. Why is his heir... Oh, that's his dad. Okay. We got all of our good people. Unfortunately, like, martial ability is not one of Ingemar's strengths. Really, I think you could argue that he doesn't have any strengths other than fucking, I guess. But, you know. Desmuane? Oh, it's Desmond! Oh! Okay. Gosh, like, Irish pronunciation just really has nothing to do with English pronunciation, huh? Not that it, like, should have to, but it's just kind of funny. Language is like that sometimes. We can make our son a commander. Is he better than our current marshal? No. Okay, well, you know. Also, wow, he really doesn't like us very much. Outraged by succession law change. That was like 10 years ago. You were fucking 5. Shut up. Damn entitled millennials. First millennium. Actually, no, this would be the 11th millennium because, like... No. Wait. Yeah, first millennium. Because millenniums are 1,000 years, not centuries. I'm good at words and making humorous comments. God, can you believe people watch this channel? England is weird. Gloucester is pronounced Gloucester. I am never gonna remember that. Like, I'll be honest with you. Like, if it's a different language, I get it. But Gloucester is just in England. It should be called Gloucester. It's spelled that way. It's the 950s, so technically everyone being born right now is a baby boomer. Oh boy. If I can get those conversion tools to work, we can get to the actual baby boomers in like a full real-time year when I'm finally moved on to Hearts of Iron. But that requires me to figure out how the fucking EU4 Figgy2 converter works, which has proven to be a bit of a problem thus far because nobody on the Paradox forums will help me. 1 week claim. Oh, we can. That's interesting. Chief Erriker of Vanus has formed an alliance. Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Af Saint Paul de Leon is a really great last name. It never used to tell you when your vassals would ally with each other. I guess it's good that they do now. But, to be honest with you, that's something for players that are better at the game than I am, because I can never keep that kind of thing straight. When I read Richard III, I also pronounced it as Gloucester. Yeah, like, if it's supposed to be Gloucester, just remove the C in the middle. English is a weird language. Really, I think most languages are pretty weird, except for, like, well, I guess it depends on how you qualify these things, but, like, most languages are, like, not super internally consistent, from what I understand. Like, there's stuff in German and, well, I bring up German because it's the only other language only other language I've ever studied, but I hear people complain about pretty much every language that exists. Except for Korean. Well, no, that's the writing system. Never mind. I was gonna say people generally seem to consider the Korean writing system pretty straightforward and good, but again, that's a writing system and not a language. Big difference there. Why aren't we getting any war score? Oh, we've like reached the cap on how much we can get from battles. Okay. Let's just siege this place down then. Hey, look at that. Gonzalo won just fine without us. And it seems like he managed to take some land back? How'd he do that? Huh. Right, I forgot that this guy is a fucking horrible person. I mean, king in the Middle Ages, and who are we to talk, but also, you know, his name is Gonzalo the Mutilator, and he's a cannibal. So you kind of get the general gist of things. Oh no, Osborne died. I liked that guy. He had a really big beard. It amused me. Well, I guess now I have to find a new commander. I guess Wolf here will work. You're no Osborne, but you'll do. Really, who among us could ever hope to be an Osborne? Alright, and I believe that this will all become ours now. Yeah, check it out! Although it seems like... What? Count of Warwick. Aww. Why are all these Baron level holdings independent? Oh, they're not. I don't think. It's just that they're owned by someone who was not the Duke. Okay. Goodness, that's a confusing looking thing there. Probably going to be some rebellions in there, and we might have to sort out some internal strife, but that's okay. Create the title the Duchy of Powys. What the hell is Powys? I don't actually see it. Unless it's another name for the Duchy of Gwynedd, but I don't know why we'd be able to make that, because we don't actually control any land from it. Oh, it's a titular duchy. Okay. I don't really think there's a good reason for me to do that, but, you know, noted. Bye, Maya. A squiggly snake through Britain. I feel like I missed some context. The only valid writing system is Inuit syllabary. Oh shit, and comms. But what about unknown Pokemon? Unknown are valid. I like them. When I was younger and I played a lot of Pokemon Silver, I liked to collect different letters of unknown. I don't really know why, because as far as stats and stuff, they were the same Pokemon pretty much. But you know, when you're a kid, you can't put a price on that sort of thing. So we do want to keep an eye on this guy. Actually, can we? Yeah, let's toggle him. He has the content trait, but dang, he isn't happy. Maybe it should be discontent instead. I'm funny. Idle council members, you can go and train troops and then leave. Alright, so we have a high threat right now, and I don't want to get allianced. Two, we will hold on. It'll come to me. Words. We're gonna wait out the threat thing to tick down. Sure. Family Chronicles. I don't care about this right now, so... County of North Britain. Yeah, Zerg claim on Warcaster. Okay, these are things to consider for later, but not so much right now. Ferrant is now a fine young man. We should really, something I like to do in this game is get a hold of a county or a duchy and make it a prince bishopric. Because what that lets you do is it lets you basically you can kind of make use of members of the members of your dynasty who aren't your heir by kind of giving them prince bishoprics, and if you're lucky, you can get them on the fast track to being cardinals or even pope. Sure, I've never liked these events. They're just kind of random person decides they either like or hate you. Yet now we're rivals with this random lady who I don't care about. Goodness, we have a lot of marriage ties. Can we just go through everybody here who's a duke or higher and just offer some non-aggression pacts and subsequently some alliances? Because you never know when you will need a couple good friends. These are other people in Galicia, I think, right? Duke Aguila of Aquitaine. How are we related to him? I have no idea. That's a very good question. I don't know. But whatever, not gonna complain. theme team? How do you not collect unknown? I don't know. A lot of people, at least when I was a kid, seemed to think it was stupid. See, I knew this would happen. Although honestly, Utrade likes me just fine. Probably because of the content trait. Yeah, so I don't really care who wins here. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. I don't give a shit. We'll have to remember to educate their kids to be Norman, so that way we don't get that whole, ooh, I don't like that you speak differently than me, penalty thing. To the kindly King Ingomar. Request that you honor your obligation to enter this call to arms against King Henry II of Aquitaine. Yeah, sure, man. I'm not gonna actually help you, but you do you. Or will I? See, I'm torn here because he's gunning for the crown, right? Yeah, a guild of Aquitanian rebels war for Aquitaine. Who is this guy? He's got claims on like all of the Carolingian kingdoms except for Italy. Oh, that's how we're related to him. He's Goncalo the Mutilator's kid. Okay. Does that mean that he's going to inherit Leon at some point? It does. So, you know what? I think we will help this guy out, because if we play our cards right, actually, hold on. Do I have, like, any vassals who are just completely furious? No, okay. I just didn't want to get levy opinion penalties. Too bad. Oh, this is in the bag. Unless he has some really strong allies, which he doesn't really seem to. Basically, he has very few men. But if we can get like we would end up with like a really strong ally owning all of this, which would be dope. Because then they could help us out with various things if we needed it. So, actually, it might be simpler to just attach my army to... Yeah. Yeah, okay. Basically just let the AI handle it. How are you guys doing? I'm doing okay. Did he call anybody else on his side? Yeah, I was gonna say, I figured he'd call in his father, too. Count Garrod of Nantes. Okay, that's fine. The Count of Nantes died. Nantes. I apparently cannot decide how I want to mispronounce what I think is actually called, like, Nontes or something. But I should at least make an effort to say the same thing. Sure, we can leave Ferrant in charge of educating Alberico. Doing good. Fight in France! Zursk, I like your penchant for all capsing. But why is fighting France naughty? Also, we're not fighting France. This mess up here is what's left of France. This is Aquitaine. It's part of France nowadays, but it wasn't back then. Also, France being this jacked up makes me think, like, we should, let's see. Because I would like to, I said this near the beginning of this playthrough, but, like, I would kind of like to get, like, a reverse Angevin Empire thing going on, where we've got, like, this up here, and this down here, you know, both sides of the English Channel kind of locked down. 2 weak claims can be pressed. Right, our spy master died, so we don't have... A bunch of people died. What the fuck? Was there a plague? Oh, wait. I think there might actually have been a plague, now that I think about it. Okay. Fair enough. You win this round. Oh, Naute is my guess at pronouncing Nantes. It might be. I mean, honestly, if anybody here's ever studied language at all for any period of time, they almost certainly know more than I do. Yeah. Lovely thing, though, one of the good things about the fact that we flipped so early is we don't have to deal with fucking gavel kind succession anymore. Because that is a pain in the ass. Why is one of our kids the Countess of Northampton? Huh. King Hakon of Wessex. If we could somehow get a claimant on Wessex into our court, and then invade that the same way we did to Mercia, we'd be sitting pretty. Could probably take on Norway if we had to as well. Although, because of where they are, I wouldn't really want to. It'd be kind of inconvenient. But, you know. I took a linguistics course once. The rest is just amateur interest. Native American languages. That's interesting. I've kind of toyed with the idea, and I'm very far from committing to it, but I've actually toyed with the idea of, like, in a couple of years maybe, going back to school to study Native American history, because I think it's very interesting, and I think it's, like, understudied. At the same time, I don't want to be the, like, fucking one white person doing the weird, like... You know what I'm getting at. I don't want to come across as, like, having a savior complex. Huh. But I just think it's like an interesting and understudied area of history, especially like North American civilizations, like the mound builders and stuff. You go to the Wikipedia page and it's like 5 paragraphs. Or at least it was the one time that I looked, but admittedly. Oh wait, no, maybe I'm thinking of a different one. Point is, there could be more stuff studied in the field. At least that is my impression. Relatedly, I wish playing as Native Americans in EU4 was like a little bit easier. Because as it is, it's kind of a suicide game. Like, you play for however long, and then the Europeans arrive and you just get rolled over. Have you read the books 1491 and 1493? Because I am a simpleton and my brain is made of mashed potatoes, I read only very rarely. What are those books about? Prince Thurston. You know, whenever I play this game, I always develop, like, a sort of a fondness for certain family members. I like this guy. He just kind of chills out. What does Prince Thurston do all day? Thurston, rather? I don't know. Maybe he paints. Maybe he just drinks a lot. Who can say? The Rise of the Shire. Where did they spawn? Oh, wow, over here. Right next to the Mongol Empire. Oh, wait, no. He's Sunni. So who... Ah, okay. It's a rebellion against him. I understand. Right next to the Mongol Empire, though. That's nasty. Although, because I have interfaith marriages turned on, it is possible that a remote chance that the Mongol Khanate might adopt Shia Islam, which would be an interesting dynamic. How did just like a little flick of Mongolia get over here? That's pretty weird. The Mongol Empire does odd things in this game a lot of the time. 1491 was a book written about how Native American history has been, especially in recent years, very different than what's usually taught. Talks about the Mississippi mound building cultures and also has a bunch of other ones like the Amazon cultures. For example, it's a really neat book about introducing lesser known parts about native culture and trying to push the narrative away from the usual racist ideas. And 1493 is about how severely the Columbus exchange affected the world. That sounds like a really interesting book. Can you just like buy it on Amazon or is it like a textbook? Because that actually is something that I would like to know more about. I mean, provided everything in it is true. You do always have to be careful with pop history books, but I mean, from what you're describing, it sounds well researched. What do we got here? County of Northampton, Wiltshire. Just keeping tabs on my claims, as one does. I do think it's pretty funny that the Van Vlanderen dynasty, who are the guys that we installed like a good 40 years ago now with this fellow, are still the rulers of France, despite originally being ethnically Dutch. Although that kind of thing happens in real life as well. Did you know, for instance, that the current king of Sweden is descended from a Frenchman? Found it at a bookstore. It's written by a journalist, and he takes this is all stuff that's still being researched, stance on things, on sources. It sounds neat. I will actually, if you could do me a favor, if you could like ping me about that on the server a couple hours after the stream ends, and I will like look up where I can perhaps buy that at some point. The Alliance? What? Why? Though? I don't understand. I mean, we could just re-offer it to him, but like, I don't get it. Especially since I don't know, whatever. Did I just get a cardinal? I did. Sturla. That's cool. He probably won't become Pope only because, like, it's very rare for a non-Italian Pope to get in without player intervention, but that's still neat. Thank you, Zeus. Yeah, that sounds like a really cool book. I mean, like, this isn't unusual because, like, a lot of kids went through this, but I had, like, an Egyptology phase as a kid. But then, I got, after that, when I was a little bit older, I got really into learning about the Aztecs. And, I was always frustrated that there wasn't as much, you know? And obviously with the North American civilizations, there's usually even less. It's just kind of frustrating. Who's this fellow? The King of Lotharingia. That Tosta, Starkhalverson, and who was this lady? Oh, it's one of Sekok's kids. Sure. You do you, man. I also always develop a fondness for certain courtiers. I really do like this guy, just because Sekok is kind of a cool name. And he's pretty damn good chancellor. It's not really anything more to it than that. Hey. Now you have to go in this war in order to help him out again, but you know. So, provided everything goes correctly, what's going to happen is that when Gonzalo dies, Aguila is going to inherit all this, and we will have a nice, swole ally here on our southern border, which I am fond of. Yes, I did just call a country swole. No, I know it doesn't make any sense. Problem with Aztec history, a lot of it was actively erased too. Yeah, I've heard as much. And it doesn't help, like, I went to... My impression is that nowadays in schools, at least from what my younger brothers, their curriculum, it's that schools at least make an attempt to present like an actively balanced view of world history, where they spend like a decent amount of time on cultures all over the world: Europe, Asia, Africa, China. Wait, China's a country and it's also in Asia. I meant to say the Americas. I'm not sure why I said China instead, but you know what I meant. But back when I was in school, I had what I am kind of under the impression was like one of the last history books in circulation that was very much just like, you know, you'd get all these chapters on European history, which granted is interesting, and I do also like learning about. But then you'd get to Asia would be like one chapter, and then Africa would be like one chapter, and then you'd get like a little preface on all of the Native American societies before it gets into like the Revolutionary War. So it did not give a fair and balanced amount to each culture in question. And I know, you know, it's a textbook for kids. It's not. Why is a random lady? Oh, I accidentally. That was stupid of me. There's an event that lets you make a lady a counselor, which can be good, but I gave it to somebody with 8 martial, which isn't good. It's a problem in Canadian history classes, honestly. I can believe it. Like I said, my impression is that nowadays things are generally at least making more of an attempt to be even-handed, but for one thing, I went to a Catholic school, so that probably didn't help. But middle school especially, it was just kind of a wreck. And, like, you know, a mysterious Jewish man is offered his services at the court. He is well versed in feudal court intrigue. Has a past as both a mercenary and a spy. And holy fuck, this guy has 29 intrigue. Yeah. Hi. Welcome. Please. Stay a while and listen. "29 intrigue." For reference, if anybody out there doesn't play this game or hasn't played it in a long time, 30 is kind of like the de facto cap for stats in this game. It's very rare that you'll get anything higher than 30, at least permanently. Sometimes you get like large boosts via events and stuff, but goodness. 29 intrigue. Akanai of Saika. I like that guy. Got another adventurer fleet attacking Navarra this time. Oh, the Sardinians are invading Andalusia? Sardinian Holy War from Majorca. Interesting. He literally outclasses the entire rest of your council. Yeah. Yeah. Like, damn. Got a dude is just like basically a Jewish medieval Batman, apparently. Which, that is a comic I would absolutely read if anybody out there from DC is listening. You could even just call it that. I think at some point, like, a premise, you can't improve upon a premise by giving it a fancy title. You just have to, like, say what the premise is in the title. And I think medieval Jewish Batman is definitely one of those things. Wow. Man, sorry, I'm actually gonna go get a drink in a second, but before I do, I'm just gonna let your eyes rest upon this horrific auto-generated shield for a second. Just look at that while I go get some tea. I will make this. Please do, sirs. Zersk, eat your food. But yes, I am back. I'm also dumb because I forgot to make iced tea earlier. So instead, I have stolen another one of my girlfriend's cans of Diet Coke, and I will drink the iced tea later after it has cooled off, because right now it is like lukewarm because it's so hot outside that yes, Roger is a lovely name. That the what am I trying to say here? That the water coming out of our faucet actually isn't particularly cold. It's like lukewarm. So, you know that. But yes, let us return to installing our pal here as the rightful ruler of Aquitaine. Aquitania, as they call it in the ancient texts. Mission to Cornwall. Oh, we have a faction. Why? Duke Uhtred of Warwick. He lost the content trait, so now he's pissed. Okay. Yeah. Can you solve this for me, please? Thank you. Or could we just kill him? Doesn't really look like it. Uhtred Uhtredson. Has there ever been such a beautiful name before? Huh. Also, I didn't realize that this guy actually died, and his son Stigand was briefly the ruler. Wolfhere the Second. I don't see a Wolfhere the First. Oh, way back here in 656. That's interesting. I don't think they were that anal about royal numerage back then, but, you know. But for my little son, Alberico, I would move heaven and earth. See, at least Ingomar cares about his kids. He's got some redeeming traits, right? Right, and I forgot we got the fucking scandalous counselor modifier because I'm a goddamn idiot and I pressed OK on an event without reading it. Yeah. I like how we're at like the tail end of people in our realm still having extremely Norse names. So there's like Oystein, and then his daughter's name is Frisenda. Sure. Righteous imprisonment. Oh, why? Oh. Yeah, why are you being like that? He's ambitious. He's gonna be a problem. We're gonna lock him up. Just can't trust any character with ambitious. It's just not. It's just not good. The fucking scandalous counselor modifier. I hate it. I mean, I guess the good thing is that if Uhtred does rebel, we can just ask all of this to come help us, so, you know. Ah, see, there we go. He inherited... Why didn't he get Galicia? Do they have gavel kind of going on? They do. You know, you could just, like, invade, probably. I mean, he's a literal infant. Like, was born a few months ago. He's not even a year old yet. King Silo. Excommunicate a baby? No. Must be an adult. That's good to know. I was mostly just curious, but, you know, if it ever comes up, now I know that's not an option. Character's gotta be an adult. Send Emise into hiding. Why? Why? This random person in Serbia wants to kill my wife. Aha. Ha. You fool. You absolute moron. Okay. That was a useful thing that I just did there. Amity Capet. Who is this? Just like a person. I don't like having ambitious people in my court. Go here. Get out of here. You have no claims and your stats are not that good. I don't want you out. I don't want you here. Go on. Shoot. Just gonna... like... yeah. No, the entire point was like, yeah. Hey, check that out. Pick an ambition. See the realm prosper. You need to pick an ambition. Hot and fresh out the kitchen. Chancellor Sekar, the peasants of Rennes started delightful condition. Yeah, sure. Why not? That's what I ask you. Why not? Why does everybody hate me all of a sudden? Tyrant? What? What did I do? I don't understand. I must have clicked something without reading it again. God damn it. Explains why everybody's opinion of me suddenly tanked. Ingomar probably not going to go down in history as our greatest ruler here. Just as a guess. Actually wouldn't mind too much if Ingomar just like died right now, because Herbert has a diplomacy score of 17, which is pretty good. Huh. Maybe I could just skip the middleman and appoint Herbert Jr. No? Okay. 21 intrigue is like pretty ridiculous. Wife is pregnant again. How many damn kids do we have? We got... Actually, we only have 6 with 7 with 7th on the way, which isn't that crazy for the Middle Ages. King Eisbrand II of France. Pew, 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 pew. We should definitely still be pursuing, like, claimants to stuff, though. It's better to have these people in your court before you need them than to wait until you need them and then not have them. Claims. Where is Wiltshire? Wiltshire. That's right there. We also, I'm just now realizing, we really need to fabricate a claim on somewhere again, because the only way we can make somebody our vassal after we've given, after we press their claims, is if they have land from us. So, I'm gonna send Setchak over here to Morten, because having this random piece of Italy just sticking out here bothers the fuck out of me. And also because, you know, it's right here. Hello, Zursk. I accidentally clicked a button and now most of my vassals hate me. That happened. The guy we were trying to install as the King of Aquitaine won, and now he's the King of Aquitaine and also Lyon, but not Galicia, because the previous King of Lyon had a second son, like, literally a week before he died. So now a 2-year-old is the King of Galicia. Hey. Don't do that, Humbert. That's not cool. So, yeah, I'm kind of hoping that Ingomar dies soon, actually, because, like... Oh, did the Tyrant penalty wear off, finally? Oh, it did. Actually, then, I don't really care quite so much. We also have this fucker trying to rebel against us. So, yeah, you know. Oh shit, the Andalusians broke up. They were my favorite band. Now, what's happening down here is there's a rebellion going on. Ismail the Resilient. Attacking Sultan al-Hakam VII in Second Umayyad Civil War to lower the crown authority. While simultaneously defending against this guy because he's trying to take Seville, which I think is this bit right here. Lots of interesting things going on in Spain right now. Cool. Daughter. How long have I been streaming for anyway? I've like completely lost track of time. Only like an hour and a half, really. Feels like it's been longer than that. I will try to go basically for until I get bored. So, you know, if you enjoy hearing me ramble about stupid nonsense while playing a grand strategy game poorly, welcome. Cool. It is kind of depressing that my oldest son, like, absolutely fucking hates me. Oh, I guess actually he's my second oldest son. I forgot that Ingomar Jr. is the Bishop of Paimpol. Where is Paimpol? Oh, it's right here. Good to know. If you're wondering why I didn't make him my heir, this is why. Urbanus II. It could make Folk an anti-pope for absolutely no reason. I'll put some money into maybe getting Folk elected a cardinal. That would be pretty sweet. A Hungary-Bavarian sandwich. Yeah, Hungary is all fucked up in this game. I think what happened is, when they were, if I remember right, they were, like, still pagan, and they, like, took over all this, but then, I think, yeah, like, there was a Gavelkind thing going on, and this guy got Bavaria, and somebody else got Hungary, and Bavaria's, like, shaped like this, so it split Hungary up into 3 pieces. King Arpad Sandor. Do you know that Hungarian is the only European language that, at least as far as I know, is the only European language that they put the surname first, like they do in like Japanese or something like that. Did our cardinal become a cardinal? No, he didn't. What the hell? But I want to. Oh, do we have a wicked pope? We do. Wicked priest. I haven't seen this event happen in a while. Ah, we just randomly lost the trait Gregarious. I hate these events where you just randomly lose a trait or get a bad one. Suppose that Geralt von Testerbont and Bon Capitberry. Who is this? Who's this? Sure, I guess. Beep, 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 beep. Oh, I'm sorry, Zersk. I don't know what that what really was to. I have to like look over to see the chat because it's on a different screen. Because I have my laptop out serving as the chat machine. And then I'm playing on the desktop computer. What were you reacting to? Penti, the Charlotte Delightful Tradition. Yeah. That one I will never see. I think Lotharingia, yeah, it's when I was ruled by Norse people. That's a thing that occurred. Seriously. Now we got this going on, too? Ah. Righteous imprisonment, Arnie of Cornwall. Wait. Oh, Cornell. What did they do? Fabricate a claim on the Duchy of Bretagne. I mean, yeah, like... Okay. Well, now we have to, like, capture the battle, which is... I'm not gonna lie, it's, like, pretty tedious, but whatever. Oh, we have, like, no good commanders. Let's fix that real quick. Ephraim... Yeah, we have, like, a... For the game, at least, we have, like, a fairly sizable Jewish community in our kingdom now, which is just interesting to me. Usually, what happens is, the kids end up flipping to another religion, and you only ever have like a couple Jewish courtiers at most at a time. I guess if I wanted to be really experimental, I could have waited for one of those people to show up and then tried to convert to Judaism, but you know. Why do I have the tyrant penalty again? Expires in 991. I was told I had a righteous cause for imprisonment. Maybe it's bugged, or I'm just interpreting something wrong. It's about the Hungarian names being reversed. Oh, I forgot about the fucking, like, thing where if you send too many messages, it tells you to stop. I should look into seeing if I can maybe turn that off. My chat needs as much activity as it can get. But, yeah, I don't know if they still do it, but I know they did for a long time. And it's actually reflected in the game. Like, if you'll go here, Arpad is actually his last name. His first name is Sander. And Arpadfi is his middle name. You can actually look here and see. And here they're listed only by their first name. So we've got Almus, Arpad, Lenertica, a second Arpad, Salomon, and then Sander. It's neat in my humble indie bundle. What did we do? A noble has distinguished himself in this battle. Perhaps I can make use of him. Thurston de Lickfield. Sure. Sure. Also, always a good idea to get your nobles a wife, basically, as soon as you can. If you are trying to have a fairly large, court, gives you more people to choose from. Although, I don't know, I guess on the other hand, that means that there's more people who potentially don't like your ruler and could plot against him. Depends on how you look at things, I guess. You go here. Man, how is this not fired yet? Oh, our spy master hates us. That's good. Just, like, give you some money, you know? Bianca Von... Oh, that's the lady that I married Kirsten to. Gotcha. I forgot that I made Kirsten a monk. What is this? Petty Kingdom of Gaul... I'm just gonna call it Gaul for the sake of not mutilating the word. Oh, he flipped from Norse to Norwegian. That's interesting. It's an event chain wherein the original Norse culture will break up into Norwegian, Swedish, and Danish after a time. Unless there's nothing for it to flip to, or if a single polity has united the Scandinavian lands by then. Gonna like have Humbert educate Roger in the hopes that having some responsibility will abet his unending rage toward me and everyone around him. Cool. Oh, he stopped his plot. Improve relate. Okay. Well, then I will move you somewhere else. Lower Crown Authority. Actually wouldn't be too mad if that one demanding I give over the crown to Prince Herbert popped. Although, actually, now that I think of it, the only thing that would annoy me there is that I think I would then still have the duchy, just not the kingdom, which would be a thing. So, maybe never mind. Elective aristocratic kingdom. Yeah, phone call. Oh no. Phone calls are truly the worst. Threaten the bastard. Threaten the bastard. I don't know why I decided to adopt that tone just then, but I certainly did. Damn. This is annoying because I don't have any duchies down here. It's all just like single counties. We do have some de jure claims we could push, but like I don't think that I actually gain much from those. I think it would just be like my vassal gets the land. I think what this is ultimately gonna eventually come down to is, at least up here in the British Isles, is me and Norway kind of squaring off. But I guess we'll see. What happened to that red English place? It was a good question. Really, I don't know. Sealander prepared invasion of England. What? Okay, that's one plot down, one more to go. To wait till September to actually be able to send him. He wants to marry a random Jewish woman from my court. Go for it, I guess? Sure. I mean, I'm not going to tell you can't do that. I don't really have any desire to make allies with the King of France either, so, you know. Can I attack him for anything? Let's see. Chartres. I think that would actually make him my vassal, but that would just put an independent county in the middle of France. Jesus, really? He's allies with Lotharingia. Thanks, I hate it. Have any culture, have any provinces flipped to English yet? Doesn't look like it, but it will probably happen at some point because we're Norman and we own Anglo-Saxon land, and I believe that that's how that happens. What about the Isle of Man? Just, like, out of curiosity. Or even, like, Sudreyar in general? What about this place up in Ireland? Okay. That's something. Actually, can we... We don't actually border them, but... Oh, we totally can holy war them now. We get 2 counties out of that, which is not a lot, but it's something. And... Oh, what? The Baron of Warwick. who is one of my vassals' vassals, has a claim on Strangfjord. What is Strangfjord? Find title. Oh, it's just this up here. Okay, that's not anything useful. For a minute, it looked like he had a claim on like all of this, which I would have rather have pressed that, but he does not. So, are we just gonna do this? Like, we don't have as many men, but we do have Aquitaine to help us out, and we have a decent amount of money, and we could take out a loan if it proved pertinent. I think I'm gonna try this. I want to take over that weird sliver of mountain peaks in Norway. I think that just, if you mean like this bit right here, that's just like, you can't pass from here to here, you have to go around. That's what that is. What the hell is Ura? Oh, it's minutes. I don't know what. I guess it's like a Finnish culture. King Vasevalad. What? Jeez. This looks like a quilt over here. Georgia. Georgia. Oh, I really like the name Jahansha Khan. I'm pretty fond of that. How's Mongolia doing? Still doing the whole, like, conquest thing. The Shia Caliph is doing okay. Is it Caliph or Caliph? I don't actually know. Oh hey, India? Yeah, they added India to the game like a couple years ago, but I don't know anything about Indian history, so I always just kind of look over here and I'm like, yeah, that seems about right. What the fuck is going on up here? Goodness. Defending against Raja Madanpal II. Subjugation War. Huh. What's the religion distribution like up here? A mix of Hindus, Buddhists, and Jains, which is about correct. I think. Maybe. Not 100% sure. Oh hey, Tamil Nadu. What is Tamil Nadu? Pala's doing pretty well for themselves. Maharaja Narayan Pala II over here. There's also Utsang, who I always forget about. Their kings are called Gyalpos, which is a word that I appreciate. I don't know what it means. Presumably it means king, or something of the sort. I also forgot that Tibetans got their own kind of paganism in a recent update. It's called Burn. I believe it can be reformed just like any of the various pagan faiths in this game. Anyway, enough stalling. Let's attack Thursday. We definitely want to go for Essex because it will give us more land, albeit only slightly more. We're going to call in our allies, and hopefully we end this quickly enough that he is not able to call in Sweden, because that would be a problem. Also, hopefully he doesn't do that thing that the AI fucking sometimes does, where they convert while you're holy warring them, and then you get an invalid CB, and then it just stops the war dead in its tracks. It's really annoying. Okay, both of our allies answered our call to arms, so that's good. It's called Myrtle of Ross. I think these are his vassals that he's calling in. Tamil Nadu is one of the southern provinces. That's where Karnataka would be, I think. Oh, okay. India starts are cool if you want to play as a non-Christian budding power with the Muslims, but are too afraid to play an African nation. Oh yeah, the Ghaznavids. These guys, they start as Muslim. I forgot about that. Maybe play a game as them sometime. I imagine like uniting India would make a good campaign goal, and then you export it to EU4 and you like become mega India. Become like a world power, just doing all of those world power things. We have like no good commanders again. It keeps happening. What am I looking for here? Minor titles, right. Surely, yeah, okay. That's about as good as we can get it, but at least I don't have a guy with fucking 5 Marshal as one of my commanders now. Can we also talk about how Ephraim is like an impossibly badass name? They're gonna try to take the fight to us. Okay. Let's play Norwegian Whack-A-Mole. Everyone's favorite game. The Zoroastrian faith triumphed. Right, because the, like, very small communities over here tend to, like, flip back and forth between which of the Zoroastrian group religions is most prominent. I see 5 provinces that still have it as their provincial religion. You know. King Borgford of Svithjod has joined King Thursta of Northway in Breton Holy War for Essex. Fuck. Alright. Well, this just got interesting. Now, there is a silver lining, which is that the AI is not terribly good at consolidating its troops. So if we just kind of run around and whack them down before they can, you know, form a doom stack, we might be able to still win anyway. I'm really not going to concern myself with actually sieging the provinces for a little while yet. Probably turn down the speed at least a little bit. Polar reverse muggles. Zoroaster Humst. Humst among us has not turned to Zoroastrianism in a time of need. Right, we're not Norse cultured, so we can't navigate rivers anymore. That's a thing in this game for reasons I'm not entirely clear on. Boom. Okay. Beep, beep, beep. Hello. Oh yeah, this guy's still a Norse pagan. I should fix that real quick. No, we can't do war. I forgot about that. I don't like that 43 ships right there, that scares me a lot. That could potentially hold as much as 4,300 troops. Oh, good. We're sick. Huh. The very heartlands of Western Christianity are under siege by infidels. Desperate Christian lords have persuaded His Holiness Pope Adrianus II to declare his intention of forging a great and righteous alliance to expel the heathens in the name of God. This signals a new era of large-scale Christian holy wars, the Crusades. So the Crusader Kings event just popped like 200 years early, I guess? I'm not sure. Germany is owned by a pagan, that's why. It actually, funnily enough, it seems like this was just like an inheritance thing, too. Well, that's actually good for us, because we are Catholic, so... Oh, we got the Holy Orders. Can I hire these guys? Hell yeah! Let's go! Let us go. We're gonna borrow money from Jewish merchants to pay them, because what even is morality in the Middle Ages? Moral consistency. We may very well die, because we just got like a bad treatment for our sickness that like didn't work and made us even sicker, because that's how that goes sometimes. So, if we do, Herbert is still our heir, right? Yeah. Herbert, I think, would be a perfectly fine king. Hope someone's played a Parsi game in this, because that would be the most ahistorical thing ever. Parsis are the remaining Zoroastrians in the world who live in Mumbai, India. Huh. You can play... Actually, at the same start that I started this game on, there is a country, I think they're over here, I mean, obviously they're not here anymore, but they're like over here, I think, called the Karen Satrapi, and they are Zoroastrian by default, and if you are very good at the game, much better than I am, you can defeat your Muslim neighbors and become a regional and eventually global power. I tried to play as them once, and it was actually going pretty well, and then I got hit with the Mongol invasions. So, you know, these things happen sometimes. Okay. I was trying to think about how I need to go. So there's a big force of men walking around somewhere up here, and I don't know where they are, and I don't currently have enough boats to be able to transfer all of my troops. So it's like, you know, it's like, it's like, County of Calaban? Where is that? That's up here. Oh, he's Catholic now. Shouldn't he, like, withdraw? Why does he care anymore? Come on. That's fucking wild. If you think that's crazy, you should try playing as the Zunists, who, in real life, are a religion that we know next to nothing about. But they were a group of pagans who worship the sun god lived in what is now Afghanistan. They are only available in the absolute earliest start of the game, and they own, I think, like 2 counties. It's kind of a nightmare from like a playing perspective and like a wanting to win the game, do well perspective. Why? Right, because they won't assault a Christian holding. What a odd mechanic. Shit, I think we're about to get, like, have some fellas come ashore over here. This is kind of frustrating. I'm basically just playing whack-a-mole. Like, I destroy one of their armies and 8 more pop up. Which I guess is better than if they had them all in one big place and there were far more than I could handle, but still. Let's see here. Split the army in half. Yeah, okay. You want to play that? Well, get really good at the game first. It's not an easy start. Also, because it's at the very earliest start of the game, it takes forever to actually finish a game. It's like 7:26, I think, is the first. No, 7:26. It's sometime in the 700s. It's the one they added with the Charlemagne expansion. Sorry if I sound funny. My acid reflux is kind of kicking my ass right now. I should probably take some Tums, and I will do that the next time that I get up to go do something. Okay, now we got like a big force. Can I just like just do these? Just do some of this. Just do some of this. And just like we can't do that right now, but later. Just like do some of this. I think we are going to be fine. We're getting a lot of war score from winning these sieges. 90, 91. The earliest start date is kind of bad. Yeah, like, I don't really care for it either, to be honest with you. Like, you know, you play it once to be Charlemagne. We surrender under these terms. Alright, yeah, we won. Sick. Now let's immediately lower the Templars so I can stop paying that ridiculous maintenance cost. Oh good, we got a dangerous faction again. Independence for Uhtred of Warwick. This guy, I hate him. I hate him. I didn't care about him at first. Now I hate him. I don't really like doing this, but maybe we should ask him to convert so he stops getting the infidel penalty. No, he won't. True believer. I don't know what that means. Might just be that the Jewish courtiers are hard-coded to never convert, which I understand, given the weird fascination some people who play this game have with... Anyway. Yeah. So... What duchy is this? This is Essex. Do I have the title itself? I don't. Let's see here. No, that's not what I meant to do. county. Sure. Why can't I do that? You need to control 51% of its de jure counties. Currently, you control 50. Okay. Anyway. I want to make more bishoprics. So, making him a bishop to disqualify him from succession. Yeah, that's the idea. You get to be the Bishop of Waltham. You get to be the Bishop of St. Paul's. Hooray for nepotism. Now, claims. People with claims. Claimants. You, sir. Welcome. Okay. Well, I guess now let's deal with this fucking nonsense. We can call it allies. Why are we not allied with the King of Aquitaine anymore? Oh. Really? He died already. Died of severe stress at age 62. Well, that's sad. And it means that this all broke up again, so there goes that plan. But, what we will do is after we, sort this out, we will grant that Sigbert fellow some of the land we just captured, and we will use it to press his claim on Wessex, and hopefully get all of this red stuff right here sorted. Alright. This is not going to be great for us. So, how much do we have total? 1764. Good year. Shit, we need to give some of this out still yet. Oh yeah. I don't have any more bishops, but you can be like, you can get like a city, I guess. Sure. You are now the mayor of London. London Bridge wanna go down like, you know what? I'm gonna make you a mayor also. Now I have to be very careful here because I don't want to give away Essex. Don't let me do that, because if he's not a direct vassal, he can't be our counselor anymore. Wrong type of holding in domain. You know, I kind of don't care about that right now. I don't even know what that does. Like, I know it's not a positive thing, but I don't remember what penalty it gives you, or how severe it is. Unfortunately, we can't hire a holy order to fight people of their own religion. Who... And we want to mark this guy as a person of interest so I don't forget about him. He's got claims on Kent twice and Wessex. Sigbert, you and I are going to have either a very good or a very tumultuous relationship. I'm not sure which. That ambitious trait always makes me nervous. Talked about how much I fucking hate rebellions in this game. Like, it's part of the game, but I understand this. You know, I'm not a fool. At the same time, it is quite annoying. Oh, I should probably, like, raise my ships at some point, huh? I think he has less troops than we do, so as long as we can, like, get him in a decent spot, we should be fine. I am never going to send my spy master into battle because I don't want to risk losing my spy master. We have 8 more soldiers than he does. Okay. What? Sure. I didn't even realize we had any prisoners. But we do. Ransom this lady, and we just released that one by an event, so that's fine. Yeah, Baldwin's a good name for a kid. We wouldn't want to be named Baldwin. A liar, that's who. Although I always thought Norman it was Baldwin. Pope Alexander II has died and been succeeded by Pope Leo V. Come on, then. They have an empty flank. This should be easy, but... Are you kidding me? Crusade for Germany. Well, that's all well and good, but, like... I hate doing this, but I'm gonna have to reload. I refuse to lose all the stuff that I just did earlier in the stream because fucking Utrade can't sit still and just be a good vassal. What does being a good vassal entail, you ask? Mostly just not doing the whole rebellion thing. It's bad. I don't like it. Not a fan. 0 out of 10. I do still think it's very funny, if you were curious, that our ruler is named Ingomar the Lame. We have like a couple troops here that we can pull in to maybe help things out a little bit. This should, by all rights, be like pretty much a completely equal battle because I have almost the same amount of troops as on a flat plane. So like, come on. Come on. We can do this. We can do this. There we go. Victory! Why do we have -3 war score? Battle of Wells. The attacker controls all their holdings. Seriously? Also, my spy master doesn't need to be here. Chancellor, rather, doesn't need to be here anymore. Somerset. Why does Setchak hate me right now? Tyrant. Why does this keep happening? Like, am I really just that stupid? Am I missing something that obvious? Is it because of... No, like, I didn't even imprison anybody this time, so I know that's not it. I don't know what the issue is. Should probably actually just, like, hunt his army down and finish them off if possible. Are we now gonna lose this battle? It looks like... Okay, no. Alright, there we go. Good. Good. The Cadaver Synod. Oh, I love this event. It's just very strange, and it's based on an actual historical happening. You have received strange news from Rome. The former Pope Hadrian II did by his actions and lifestyle so defile the Holy See that the current authorities in Rome decided to put his corpse on trial. The corpse of Hadrian II was removed from his tomb and brought to the papal court for judgment. It was propped up on a throne, and a deacon was chosen to speak for it as its legal representative. Perhaps unsurprisingly, the accused was found guilty on all accounts and subjected to punishment most dire. The corpse was stripped of its papal vestments, 3 fingers on the right hand, those used to give blessings, were chopped off, and then it was interred in a graveyard normally reserved for foreigners of low status. This punishment still not being deemed severe enough, the corpse was then exhumed again, tied to weights, and cast into the river Tiber. What are you not a fan of? What did I do? But yes, that is based on a real historical happening. I believe the real pope that happened to was the first and only Pope Formosus. A very odd chapter in the history of the Catholic Church. What have I done? I'm being wowed at. I don't understand. Unless it was at the event, which would make sense. But, you know. You can never be too careful. I can't believe you tossed the Pope into that river. It definitely was me, the King of Brittany, who did that. Huh. Oh, why is this still here if I can't take the option again? That's weird. Oh yeah, right, we're like sick too. Forgot about that. Who even is our court physician? It's this guy, right? Yes. Bishop Fulk. Also, we should set up successors for his bishopric. Ephraim has converted to Christianity. I guess we could have him do it. Or Turstan. Turstan seems like a good choice. What the fuck? The pot which Bishop Fulk brought with him into your chambers emitted a strange buzzing sound. Before you could stop him, he threw it on the floor, where it exploded in a cloud of pottery shards and a swarm of furious bees. As your physician fled the room, you remained the only target. I feel amazing. King Ingemar the Lame gets successful experimental treatment, giving the following effects: +3 to all stats and +3 to health. Beautiful. Thank you. I love it. We've discovered the cure for your illness, and the cure is bees. The cure is bees. Idle council members. Can we make friends with the new King of Aquitaine? Like, I don't really have any designs on expanding that far south, and, like, he's right there. So, I'm gonna send my Chancellor to be like, hey, you know that Ingemar guy a little bit up north? He's pretty rad. This kid's name is Leofric, which means that by simply existing and being born named that, he's already done more with his life than I ever will. We have a couple. One open commander slot. Make Sigbert that commander. Bring in the bees. Yes. Definitely the weirdest one, though, is when the physician, like, cuts off your face in order to cure your cold, and somehow it works. I'm not sure I'd say we're in a period of peace right now, but you do you. Also, we should build a hospital. I never remember to do that. And it's, like, actually a huge help. And it is not very expensive, either. So, like, just go around to the counties that I own. Oh, that's actually quite expensive. Why is it so expensive? Maybe because it's farther from the capital? We're not going to own those two for very long anyway, and the vassals will probably do it, so that's fine, I guess. But at the very least, the capital county needs to have a hospital. You want to keep plagues out of there if you can. Come on. There we go. Die. And create a title. Oh, Duchy of Palace again. Not gonna do that, but it's nice to know that I could if I wanted to. Also, we need to, like, seriously let our levies, like, refill. Hopefully, Sigebert does not die anytime soon, because I really, wait. Hold on. Hold everything. Why? Is it a weak claim? It is. Okay. Thankfully they can be inherited. Yeah, weak claims require either child, a woman, or no successor, I think, is the rule there. What are the other places? It's like got a claim on Kent, I think. Let's look here. And Winchester, which is, I guess, these two counties. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Good to know. What country is this up here with this, like, bright turquoise? Oh. Well known to be charitable, he freely gave money to his friends and family. A godly man, Ingomar is with the Blessed Virgin now. Did he write that? Serious question there. Anyway, we are Herbert now. Rather, honestly, kind of a dumpy looking fellow with a tweedly mustache, but, you know. Middlesex Pride? We can just, like, give that away, I think. Barony of Colette. Right, because he had a title before he became king. I remember now. I remember. We're also quite sick, so, like, yeah, I think I would rather Herbert become the next king than young Herbert here become the next king than what's his name? Humbert. Herbert and Humbert. Two very different names, obviously. Herbs. That can be his nickname, King Herbs. Actually, that kind of makes it sound like he smokes a lot of pot, which, I don't know, he might. Could you get pot in medieval England? That's a question that nobody but me is brave enough to ask. Successor nomination. Yeah. Yeah. Why can't we do this? People are like, why can't I form a non-aggression pact, though? I want to form a non-aggression pact. Any, like, unmarried kids? Kind of doesn't look that way. King of Leon does, though. So, sure. Let's, that'll work for now. Ah, wait. No, it won't, because, like... Okay. Well, you know what they say. You know what they say. India is probably consuming it by the dang boatload right now, at least. Is that where marijuana is from? I honestly don't know. Yeah. We could join the crusade for Jerusalem. I don't really see much of a reason to do that, because, like, I mean, Jerusalem's all the way down here. What we would end up doing if we were to somehow win that crusade is we would give it to a cadet branch of the family and just have them do their own thing. But we're a small enough kingdom right now that I don't really think that that's realistic. Apprentice board game. I'm gonna switch this to family for the health bonus. Yeah, seek treatment for illness. Repay the loan. That way if we need to take one out, we can. Developing smallpox, which is probably not too bad, since it is small. Also, I forgot to appoint Folk as my physician, so it's just this guy. William. Just William. William was certain that your illness was caused by too much laughter. To make you feel better, he forbade everyone to tell you jokes and provided you with tedious tomes. Okay. Yeah. Lord honorary title. Why can't I change this? Oh, I can. There we go. Bishop Hamo. Hamo, 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 Hamo. Yeah, we can, like, start, passing these out to people I don't want to be, to succeed the throne. So, like, well, hell, I guess I'll just stagger them since there's no way to really tell who's gonna die first. The kingdom must have... Are these down here in, like, France? Yeah, okay. Can't do anything about those. Grows naturally in the region, I think, but I do not know that cannabis. But I do know that cannabis is a major thing in India. as it's used to make bong, which is a cannabis sherbet drink thing. The oldest written record of cannabis usage is the Greek historian Herodotus reference to the Central Eurasian Scythians taking cannabis steam baths. Huh. Those crazy Scythians and their cannabis steam baths. Actually, cannabis steam bath kind of sounds like a band name. Like stoner metal or something. Oh, we have cancer. Of course. Of course we have cancer. You ever known a king that didn't have cancer? Don't be absurd. Being absurd. Don't be absurd. Oh, we just fucking cut off the cancerous part. Apparently we had cancer of the hand. Which, I guess, is a thing? I don't see why it wouldn't be. Pick an ambition. Yeah, sure. We would like to make some dough. Levy is still refilling. I don't know how much we're gonna get done with Herbert here, because he's already in his mid-60s. And for comparison, Ingomar died at 72. How many rulers have we had? We've had 3, right? Yeah. Well, we've played as 4 people, but Haystein was not the king of Bretagne. We had three kings of Bretagne. Common theme with my rulers' lost body parts. Yeah, it just seems to happen a lot, to be honest with you. Everybody in the Middle Ages seems to have been very big on the removal of limbs. I'm not entirely sure why, but, you know, I guess when genuine medical science is still a couple hundred years in the future, you're just like, hey, what the fuck, might as well give it a shot. You probably don't say what the fuck, since I know that the etymology of the word fuck is actually a source of some contention, if I remember right. Also, this guy and our king look like very similar. We just have a slightly less ridiculous mustache, and I do mean slightly. Bump, 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 hey. Who's this? Our grandson. Okay. I don't really care about that, to be honest. Being Asnar of Burgundy and Judith Haystein and get married. Yeah, that seems fine. Because we are because we have elective monarchy, we don't really have to worry too much about yeah, that's fine. Don't have to worry too much about like stray claims being passed on to people we don't want to have them. We need to assign guardians for these kids, which is something that I forgot to do because I'm very smart and good at stuff. Of course, our nephew Roger, who was being tutored by Humbert, I think the line of like the ideal line of succession based on our candidates so far. Wow, we have 30 living members of our dynasty. That's pretty big. Would be obviously we have Herbert Jr. here, and then we would skip back over to Humbert, who I would really rather inherit, like, sort of, how would I put this? A kingdom where there's not a lot of potential for rebellion, because as you can see by the fact that he has a Diplo score of 1, he's not really a people person. So, you know. Alphonse, huh? Assign Guardian. Sure. Him here. Put you here. Maybe. Put you here. Prince Filbert. Ah, this is just like straight up our kid. Okay. You know what? Heck, we'll educate the young one on our own. Because patient is a good trait. I would like to shape him in my image, so to speak. Judith can be educated by... I don't know. Have her do it. Sure. Good, good. 7 week claims. Duchy of Anjou. Huh. We should consider doing that. We request that you honor your King Ingemar of Svithjord. Swedish conquest of Gallery? Oh, he has some land over here in Sweden. He's trying to take it. That makes sense. I understand. I am going to go get another drink. Hopefully, getting some more tea in me will wake me back up a bit. I can feel kind of a caffeine crash coming on. do, do, do. Hey. Scotland looks so teal. Yeah, hold on. What the hell? Got one of CC's belts stuck under the floor. Or under the chair, rather. Yeah, I pointed that out earlier. I think it's, let me look, actually. What is this? Buchan? Yeah, it's a county level title, and they own this one also. The actual Kingdom of Scotland is this dark blue color, but it doesn't exist right now because Norway keeps invading. They're taking over. Money-loving priests. That's a name for a modifier. Okay. We have healed from our injury. So let's see where this whole thing goes. Oh. How is France militarily right now? 183,000, they're about defending against a revolt. Our levies aren't like fully back to full strength, but he's handling a revolt. We're only taking one province, and we have more men than he does. So, like, I think this is fine. What is this? Duke Hughes. Oh. Normandy is independent right now. Oh, they're doing a revolt. Okay. Fascinating. Yeah, so, like, just gonna declare war real quick. For Giselle of Somerset. Could also try to take Barry, which is up here, I think. Or wait, no. Oh, hold on. Oh no, we're gonna do that instead. That's like that's 5 provinces. Yeah. I mean, it'll look a little ugly, but we can fix that later. Border gore has never scared me. I'm too brave for it. Alrighty. Now hopefully that lady is pretty old. Hopefully she doesn't die while we're doing this. I'm a lot quieter now. Huh. I haven't changed anything. Let me look at OBS. Huh. Just like turn myself up. Do I sound any better now? Why would I sound quieter? I haven't, might just be Snowball. Remember hearing your mic buzzing out just after you left. Huh. Let me try unplugging it and plugging it back in. I think it's this cord. Yeah. Okay, this might get either really loud or really quiet for a second, so I apologize for that. Okay, do I sound any better now? I do have another one I can go get if I need to, but I'd rather not, if at all possible. Does this have an adjustable head? No, it doesn't. Okay. If you heard any weird noise just there, that was just me touching the microphone. It's about the same. Alright. Huh. Well, that's not good. I don't want Carrie thinking I broke her microphone, but I didn't do anything as far as I know. Actually, hang on, let me... No, it's actually important that I not be quiet because, like, you can turn your headphones up, but there's like a... Do I have mic boost on? I don't think I actually know what that is. Settings. Properties. Use device timestamps? What the fuck does that mean? Filters. We don't have any of those. And you say it only really started after I came back. Let me try some. Is that any better? Or is that worse, better, no difference? Oh, pardon me. Yeah. It looks better on the like on the levels in OBS, but that could be nothing, to be honest. Save the game. No difference. Yeah, you're right. It is weird. Because I changed the input, so there should like definitely be a difference. What about this? Yeah, okay, obviously the Elgato didn't work because I don't have the Elgato plugged in. Because I'm playing on the desktop, not off of the console. Makes sense. Is it Twitch? I guess it could be, but that would be pretty weird. Like, I do have the Twitch app open, but I'm not logged in as myself. I'm logged in as CC, who has the authority to stream as me, which is a thing you can set up. So I really don't think it's that. Yeah, like I don't even have anything open that would do that. What I will do is I will unplug this and I will go get my my Blue Nessie. And I guess I will text CC and let her know that her mic's being weird. Hello, hello, hello. Device is ready. Well, that's good. Do I sound okay? Kind of have these two microphones like awkwardly sharing space on the desk. Do I have this on the right mode? I haven't used this thing in months. No, I don't. Banana. Artichoke fever. Hello? Hopefully it sounds alright. God, I hate technology sometimes. Well, if anybody... I'm actually coming through, I can't even really tell. But if anybody in the, when you said artichoke, it was louder. I might have just been, like, closer to it. Am I at least, like, decently audible? Like, to the extent that you can, like, make out what I'm saying and stuff? I could try to pull myself in a little bit closer to the mic. There we go. Then I got quiet. I don't know. It might be, like, something actually going on with OBS. What is advanced audio properties? Panning. No, I don't want to pan the audio all the way to the right. I could do that, but I think that would be a very quick way to immediately get rid of all the viewers I actually have. Actually, let me try something. This is probably not going to work, but, like, what if I do this? Do I sound any different at all? Yodelay. Manage audio devices recording your mic and levels. Manage audio devices and what? I'm using OBS to stream, for the record. Also, this has to be extremely entertaining for anybody who is watching this. I wonder if there's a way to cut this bit out of the YouTube VOD. You sound different, a bit louder. Yeah, so what I did was I just, added a second, like, track, basically. Just type it into the... Oh, like, you mean in, like, Windows. Okay. Yeah, here we go. The control panel. That's not what I meant to do. Manage audio devices. Control panel. Recording. Microphone. Properties. Levels. I'm not turned all the way up. Okay, Okay, how do I... Ooh. Yeah, I can just tell by looking at the audio settings that that's way too loud. Much louder? Yeah, sorry about that. Is that better? Is that better? Please say it's better. Okay. Have I not had sound on for this game this entire time? This has just been me and my big mouth. That's weird. It's turned on in the audio mixer. Do I have the sound turned off in the game? Game options. Audio. What the hell? Yeah, the desktop audio is not being picked up at all. Why? Audio. Desktop audio device. No. I assume it's this. Yo, like... Really? Maybe it's this. Who do you love? Nothing. Okay. A bit louder could be good. I can fix that. Just like go in here and turn this up like whoop whoop. There we go. But why are we not getting any desktop audio? This is like, am I crazy? This was working fine like 10 minutes ago. Oh. Now it's back again. It like disabled itself for some reason. Also, there's some coming through OBS, but I can't hear anything. Like at all. Speakers. Blue Nessie USB mic. Pardon me? Oh my god, please stop giving me notifications while I'm trying to work with my fucking stuff. Manage audio devices. Playback. What? No. Set as default. Okay. Well, now it's not going into my headphones. Again, I really hope there's some way to easily chop this out of the VOD. I think YouTube's got like a basic video editor now you can use for like uploaded videos, but I haven't actually tried it, so like I don't know. Speakers. Okay. No, this is not correct. Hold on. Am I back? I think I'm back. Alright, the microphone's working again, so that's at least something. Don't y'all love doing, like, just live troubleshooting? Realtek high definition audio. I think these are supposed to be the ones. Let's see here. Okay, yeah. So what it did there was, for some reason, it tried to use my microphone as speakers. Which is a problem that, weirdly enough, I've actually had before with this mic. And I don't know in what universe you'd want sound to come out of it instead of going into it. The desktop. Yeah, the problem wasn't that you guys weren't able to hear the desktop sound, it was that it wasn't coming out on my end. Consumed at least 12 ounces of water to maintain optimum hydration. Well, I have some tea right here. Thank you, hydration bot. Good lord, that took like 20 minutes. So if you're watching the VOD and I actually managed to figure out how to edit all of that out, what happened was I had to get a new microphone and then plug in a bunch of... plug that in and then configure a bunch of things because for whatever reason the computer kind of went weird as soon as I plugged in a different microphone than the one it was used to. So hopefully everything's fine now. I can hear everything okay. It seems like it's going to OBS. No, actually it's not going to OBS. Okay. Settings. Audio. Desktop audio device. You know, I'm sorry. I guess you guys are just gonna have to not have sound because, like, the thing that the computer is actually using is not in OBS as an option for some reason. I don't know. Son was born to Sigerbert Gustafsson and Mauden Corpry named Raidwald. I loved those books as a kid. Aha, jokes. Rainer. No. We're gonna start trying to have some familial names here, and Rainer is not gonna be one of them. Rainer. I would hate to rain on your parade, but... So I'm probably going to hop off of here after, well, hopefully we can get this duchy conquered, and then after I do that, I will probably end the stream there. Apologies for subjecting you all to, like, literally half an hour of audio technician nonsense that I didn't sign up for. But, you know, sometimes you have to do these things when you're streaming. There's a new pope. That's cool. One children, that's a guardian. Prince Gerald. Prince Gerald, everybody. Prince Gerald. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. OBS says you can. But, you know. Also, apparently I'm having an affair with my son's wife. I don't know. Sometimes it's better to just not. You know? Sometimes it's better to just not. I can hear you still? That's good. Sign Guardian. I hate that I can no longer hear the word Guardian without thinking of Destiny, a game that I don't even fucking like. Shooba-dooba-dee-ba-da. Yeah. I'm sorry that I probably am very, like, transparently grouchy right now, but just like that. I hate, like, inexplicable technical issues. Like, I'm sure there's some internal reason that it decided to try to use my mic as speakers, but I have no idea what it could be. And it's just... Like, having to do that stuff in the first place is really tedious. Having to do it on air makes me feel like the worst person on this website. But, you know, life goes on. Allegedly, anyway. Don't worry. Well, that's nice of you to say, but the reason I worry is because, like, I would like to do this for a living someday, or at least, like, make some money off of it, and hopefully at some point in the future get my fucking, like, $130 I'm now owed by Twitch. But things like what just happened don't really make people want to watch your show. I don't blame them either. It's just not, you know, it's not the best. Is what I'm getting at. It's not anybody's fault. It's just annoying. Wants to marry my granddaughter. Oh yeah, we arranged that a while ago. I forgot. Head was so full of microphone nonsense that I forgot that I'm, like, you know, a quarter of the way in character as a medieval monarch. I say a quarter of the way because I don't think I could ever get more than that. Okay. My son, Prince Armand, is requested to join the nicest fiddler. Not the Nazis. Very different. Yes. Go with my blessing. Why? Weird. Armand Hasteining. It's even possible that he might someday rise through the ranks and become the Grand Master. There is something kind of amusing about the fact that the current Grand Master was evidently descended from an Islamic family and his last name is Hussein. But that kind of thing happens sometimes in this world that we live in. It's what they call irony, Alanis Morissette. I don't know why I said that so condescendingly. I don't know Alanis Morissette. Do you know Alanis Morissette? I certainly don't. Invite to plot. What? Fuck off. Oh. Oh, it's a different guy with a similar name and similar sets of traits. Okay. You know. Now a bunch of kids don't have guardians again. Do people just keep dying? Is that what's happening here? Like, seriously. Sure. Like, have mercy, please, basically? Like, this is kind of getting silly, is all I'm saying. Just somebody with the content trait is fine at this point. Okay. Eat. Yeah. There we go. Unlanded sons. Why does that matter? We're elective. I'm thinking of Atlantic. I might be thinking of elective Kind is the one where you don't get one of the ones where you don't get any penalties for having unlanded children. Hmm. Bum 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 bum. Hey. Cool. Yeah, I think Roger here might make a decent ruler. Um, yeah, like 17 Marshall and various other things. But we will give Herbert his shot at the throne first. There's an order to this now. It's definitely an order we should be doing things in as far as succession goes. King of Lotharingia. Sure. I would be willing to do that. And he's not in a war right now, so we'll actually form the alliance right now. Oystein and Smo. Really? Lower the crown authority in Bretagne. Oh, it's you again. Joy and fucking rapture. She's 75, God. Please just die already. 75 is like 200 in medieval years. Just for the record. Also, we're like running out of soldiers. We can't besiege some of these counties anymore. Another extremely good at his job Jewish counselor, who I'm going to give some money so he doesn't hate us. And then I'm going to have him do a build. Do we have enough money that we could... Yeah, we're going to hire some mercenaries. Because this is just getting kind of absurd. Company of the Rose. Sure. You're the next contestants on The Price is Fight. Well, that's nice. Got like a letter writing thing going on with our man. I guess his wife died because you can't... Oh no, they just like divorced, I guess. That's kind of a shitty thing to do. Just be like, hey honey, I'm going off to join a gallivanting order of holy knights. Bye. And then you just never come back. It's like, what the hell? You know? Who is this guy? Arnfast of Devon. I don't like you. You have an intrigue focus. You have 19 intrigue as far as like stats go. And you are angry because I own a duchy that you think is rightfully yours. How about I just make Cornwall an archbishopric, though? Boom. Check that out. I think we can now safely remove Humbert. What is he an heir to? Is to the hold on, hold on. We can now like safely remove Humbert from the royal line of succession. Just you know, we've got better candidates now, including Humbert's own younger brother. So like, it's not really. Oh, he went and joined the Nice Hospitaller. Okay, well, fuck you two then. We can have just somebody with the content trait in line for that for now. Can I not make... Oh, I should fix that. Yeah. Shouldn't be able to inherit when he's over there, but I think the fact that he can is like a programming oversight. Honey, I'm sorry to say this, but we have to divorce since I will join the YMCA. There you go. You know, it's fun to stay there at the YMCA. Oh, he also just died. Well, that's sad. Anyway, we won, so this is ours now. We have a very, like, spindly kingdom going on. But that's alright. Conrad Vilf. Who is... okay. Still within our realm, despite what the game is trying to tell us. Yeah. Okay. So that is gonna do it for today, I think. Thank you guys for coming out. If you are watching the VOD, first of all, if I didn't manage to edit all that nonsense about audio stuff out, I apologize. But if you would like to see these live, I do them somewhat irregularly, although I've lately been leaning towards like 3 to 7 or 3 to 6 or so. Or no, it'll be 4 to 8 because like time zone differences. Anyway, like 3 or 4 in the afternoon Eastern as like my start time. But I do them kind of irregularly, so if you want to get notifications, you should follow me on Twitter at planet_Jane. Yeah. That is gonna do it for today. Whenever I get back to doing this campaign, we will take care of all these various notifications. 9-week claims, goodness. Things are going well. I was kind of concerned that I might have, like, locked myself into not being able to expand at all, but we've managed to work around that, albeit somewhat jankily. But I'd rather jankily than not at all, you know? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.